Hello, my friends. It's Jory with The Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach here on June 1st with our June energy report. I am so excited because I made it on the first of the month. Seems like lately I was further into the month before I was able to come on, but here I am, first day of the month. The energy did shift May 28th. It began the shift, so that's when I started to feel the new energy come in, but here we are for June. I feel like it's a little tilted, but I don't want to screw up the camera anymore because it might get a little crazy. So I'm going to try and leave it and get used to this angle. I got new contacts and I don't know if I'll be able to read or not. It looks like I can read the small print. I can read far away now, but not close up anymore. I don't know. They're trifocals. I have no idea. Anyway, guys, hi, Lisa. I'm super excited because I get to pick my giveaway winner in a few minutes. Just waiting to see if a few more people can come on. I had started a giveaway in mid-April, and I don't think a lot of people knew about it, so I was waiting for the May live stream to come out and then get some more entries that way. So I will be giving away a 30-minute, hi Linda, a 30-minute intuitive mediumship session with me. That, just so you all know, if you're not familiar with how my sessions work, it incorporates numerology, astrology, and intuitive guidance directly from your guides. I go into a meditation process before the phone call, and I take notes from your guides, and then I look at your numerology and your astrology and see what is lighting up in your chart that wants to be discussed, so that you can know who you are and where you are on your path, getting clarity, getting insight, getting guidance from your spirit team. And it's always uplifting and enlightening. It's very buzzy, actually, because the frequency is so high from your guides and your higher self. And so it's very refreshing because you walk away having a stronger sense of knowing and of clarity and of optimism. And so I'm so excited to be giving away a session. This makes me so happy. Hi, Brenda. Brenda, I'm doing my giveaway. I've got the names in the bowl. I was just waiting for more people to come on. It looks like we're getting there. Yay. Oh, guys, there's so much I want to tell you about the June energies, but I do want to do the giveaway first. So I'm going to mix it up. Ooh, can you hear the mixing? Can you hear the mixing? Brenda, hi, she says. All right. Ooh, I feel so buzzy, you guys. This is exciting. I love stuff like this. Like, it's just so fun because you just don't know what's going to happen, and that's the vibe in me that loves the adventure and the excitement of it all. Okay, so who's going to get the 30-minute session with me? Okay, I got a name. I got two names. I got one name. Okay, I got the name in my hand. Who's it going to be, guys? Oh, I forgot to text Shane that I was coming on. Shoot. Shane's my pom-pom, my in-house assistant pom-pom shaker. Shakes the pom-poms and the emojis. Shoot, if anybody wants to tag Shane, I don't think he'll get it, though. I usually have to text message him because he's not on Facebook that much. Shoot. Okay, darn it. There's nothing I can do. Shane, can you feel me through the airwaves, ESP? Hi, Rondell. All right, so we have the name of the giveaway winner for 30-minute intuitive session with me. And the winner is, I'm going to let you guys see before I see. Erica Maria! Yay, Erica! I know that Erica has been wanting to have a session with me for so long, and I know that there were some challenges going on, Erica, for you in the last live stream. You mentioned that in the comments, so I am so happy to be able to give you some guidance. That is so awesome, Erica. We'll have to coordinate a time because I know we're on very different time zones, but we will make it happen. So Erica, you're probably going to watch this on replay, but you are the winner of my 30-minute intuitive session. Can't wait to connect with you. Yay! Now I feel like I want to do another giveaway. That was so fun, and now it's over. Okay, we'll leave that bowl there because you never know. You never know what I might do. All right, guys. So we have shifted energies out of May. If you recall, maybe you don't, but in my May live stream, I said that May was going to go really fast, like a water slide. It's like when you're on a water slide, you know, you climb and you climb and you climb to get to the top, and you're waiting in line on those stairs until you get to the top. And then as soon as you go, you're like, 2 seconds later, you're at the bottom of the slide. And that's how the 5 energy always feels for me with May. It's like all of a sudden it's the beginning of the May, and then all of a sudden it's the end of May. So maybe you felt that fast-paced energy. And we also had 3 energy. Now, normally I love 5 and 3. Normally that's like my favorite combination of numerology. It still is. However, we had some crazy ass astrology happening in May. We had an eclipse and retrograde, and I even saw it being termed ecliptograde. So there was a lot coming up that was buried, that was being, eclipses are when you shine a light on the darkness. So the sun and the moon are coming together. You're shining a light on what's hidden and unseen. And so it's like lifting up the rug and looking underneath, or opening up that closet and looking at those skeletons. And then when you combine retrograde, which is bringing up things from your past, lessons from your past that you can respond differently to, or just patterns from your past that you maybe get stuck in. That was a lot, you guys. It was a lot. And the 5 energy can bring some drama. So for me, I specifically was in a double 5. I'm already a 5. It was too much 5. It was too much. 5 is up and down, unpredictable, and can be dramatic. It can be great for taking time off and having fun and enjoying life, and I did, but it was very unstable because it's things happening out of the blue. Like my fridge broke completely out of the blue, just completely out of the blue, shocked me. And so that's never fun. If you're a Taurus or a 5, you know how important food is, especially fresh food for me, because I like to eat fresh, raw food. That's like my main diet. So refrigerated food. Anyway, where was I going with this? With the 5 energy and the 3 energy and the retrograde. Oh, I felt a lot of anxiety come up because for me specifically, the retrograde happened right over my Mercury, which is your mind, and my sun. And so in a house of security and things. So I know we all had a lot of Taurus energy with security and a lot of planets in Taurus. In May, we had I think 4 or 5 planets at once in Taurus for a bit there. And so that is about security. And Uranus is in Taurus. It's been in Taurus since 2018 and will be there till 2026. Uranus is destabilizing in the sign of stability. So yikes, that's a lot, guys. That's a lot. But good news is Jupiter moved into Taurus. Jupiter is the great benefic, and it brings abundance and opportunities and optimism. And so that is exciting. That happened on May 16th. And depending on your astrology chart, what house Taurus is in, you're going to have opportunities and abundance in that area of your life. Opportunities for abundance in that area of your life. Anyway, so May was a little bit funky with the astrology. It was intense. Hi, Stephanie. I'm sorry, I didn't want to get off track. So we had 5 energy, which is destabilizing, out of the blue, surprises, ups and downs, emotional roller coaster drama, and 3 energy, which is speaking your truth. It can be scattered. It can be uplifting and fun and optimistic. It's very chatty. But what I love so much about the June energies is they're the polar opposite. So if you felt unstable, scattered, if you felt the inability to accomplish things because you were unfocused, I want you to think of the 5 energy of May as this 5-pointed star. So your energy goes out in all directions like the star does. And the 3 energies just can be very scattered. It's a creative energy, but it can be scattered. So we're now in 4 and 6, which is so grounded and so stabilizing. And so it's like getting off the roller coaster, getting off the water slide, out of the water, onto dry land. I felt like May almost was like walking on ice. It was like that level of instability, like what's going to happen next? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get this done and then this happens, or I can't do this because this happened, and unexpected things. It was just a lot. And again, for me, it was extra this year because I was in double 5, which only happens every 9 years that you'd be in a personal month of double 5. But yeah, it was a lot for me. So the energies now have settled down. They're more grounded and they are more focused. So you should be feeling like the calm after the storm, like things have settled down. Now, we also finished the Mercury retro shade period yesterday, May 31st, which also gives us a beautiful mental clarity now that we may not have had. And I think that was a lot of the anxiety stuff, was the Mercury retrograde and retro shade for me, because I don't feel any of that anymore. I feel completely grounded. And what else is coming through is that May's 5 energy was a mind number. And now that we're moving into June, which is 6 energy, it's a heart number. So we're moving down out of our head into our hearts. And we're also moving from 3 to 4, and where a 3 can be that scattered, creative, chatty energy. The 4 energy is super grounded, wants to get things done, wants to be focused, nose to the grindstone. Lisa says, I finally feel like I can inhale, yes, and hold air. First time in weeks. The anxiety has calmed. Exactly, Lisa. Same here, and I know you're a Taurus like me, so it may just be the Tauruses that are feeling this way, and not every Taurus. I checked in with Shane, and he did not have quite the experience I had. So again, it depends on the degree of your sun and where your Mercury is, and if that's conjunct the retrograde. So there's a lot of factors with astrology that makes it pretty complex, but I'm going to try and stay focused mostly on the numbers here to keep it digestible for you guys. What is Linda saying? You were in a personal 8-month. That explains a lot. Okay, were you? Let's see. Yes, you were. I had to do a little quick math. Yes, you were, Linda. I got you on file in my brain. You were in an 8-month, yes. So I hope that you guys are feeling the settling down of the energy, the calming of the energy. 6 is very much about being home, where 5 is about being out all over the place. Now we're still in Gemini season, and that's got that outward social energy like the 3 and the 5. But 6 is kind of like, I'm going to be home and nestled and calm. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to be in my heart. And it's focused on healing and nurturing. It's a very warm energy. I have a lot of 6 in my chart, which is why I love to be of service. 6 is about service and community, service to the community, and also healing. It's also very artistic. So good for any sort of artistic project or decorating the house, gardening. These energies 4 and 6 are so good for gardening, so good for establishing a solid foundation in your home, in your relationship. So maybe getting engaged, getting married. There's a reason why people get married in June, the most romantic, loving energy, 6. But this 4 adds an energy of solid foundations and stability and safety and security, locking things in. Excuse me. We don't have 4 every June. This is just this year right now. It's every 9 years. So, excuse me while I choke on lemon water. Did you guys see how big those lemons are? The lemons from my trees are like that big. Okay. Anyway, so let me individually go into the 4 energy, because I haven't really talked about that. Now it is a 13-4, so I feel it has a more of a relaxed vibe than the 4 we had in April, which had more of a serious, really, really serious, tasky vibe. 13-4 is going to be more optimistic, relaxed, and communicative, maybe a little bit lazier than a traditional 4. But also I feel like it's about information, because it's back and forth communication. So 4 energy, 13-4, 4 energy being great for teaching and learning. And we're in Gemini season, which is information. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. That's the messenger. So it's a lot of communication and information ruling the mind. We have a full moon in Sagittarius on June 3rd. Sagittarius is the seeker and the adventurer, but it's about enlightenment and spiritual truth, or just truths, knowledge, wisdom, because it's ruled by Jupiter. So we've got a lot of information and knowledge energies in the astrology, but also in the numerology with 4, because 4 is teaching and learning. So getting a foundation, and really it comes down to knowing. You want to have that strong foundation where you're in the place of knowing, of blissful knowing, of course, right? So I wrote in my notes because 4 energy is going to bring lists always. So when you combine the 4, which is knowledge, safety, security, stability, health and healing. I need to mention that. 4 health, 6 healing. This is a great time to have restart, because I know for me, I went completely off, which is the 5 energy. And if the 5 energy is like, I'm taking time off, and the 3 energy, both of those energies from May, 3 is like, I'm relaxing. Yeah, I did not do any exercising. So I'm back to healthy eating. I'm starting my workout routine again today, really getting grounded and creating that solid foundation of health. So I wrote with the 4 being knowledge and the 6 bringing harmony and balance. That's what the 6 does as well. You may be seeking knowledge that brings you into balance and harmony. And that is something that, of course, would come through in a session. So Sagittarius and Gemini both want the information and they want the truth. So tapping in to find balance that can bring you harmony, information, a sense of knowing, stable knowing, grounded in your belief system, in your knowing, so that you can be back centered into your heart in a place of harmony and balance. So I think I'm just going to read my notes to make sure I covered everything with the numbers. So 4 energy, stability, security, safety, health. 6 energy, healing, home, responsibilities, family. Back to 4 energy, work, knowledge, health, routine. 4 likes a routine. It likes a steady routine. Hi, Kimberly. So I also said, because about the knowledge and the healing, seeking information that heals. Seeking information that heals. So the 4 energy is also about getting to the root of the issue and cleaning and clearing, getting organized, getting things in order, getting things done. And because that 6 energy is about healing, you want to get to the root of what's bothering you so you can heal it. And we do that in an emotional closet cleaning session. We do that in an energy clearing session. This is a great month for either of those sessions, because we're really clearing out anything that's making you feel like life is a struggle, which is very much a 4 energy thing, bringing you back into a place of love, which is the highest frequency you can be in. It's that 6 energy of being in your heart. I said knowing and feeling and sensing what your heart has to say. So working with the guidance cards. You know, I have them all digital on the Deckable app, but they're also in my shop. So working with the guidance cards to hear what your heart has to say, getting that knowledge. The family of origin work, I mentioned already, getting to the root of any issue, whether it's a physical issue or an emotional issue. And you know, I've mentioned so many times that our physical issues are a manifestation of blocked emotion, that emotion is energy in motion. And so when you don't work through those emotions, like through an emotional closet cleaning or an energy clearing, and it's stored in your body, that's stuck energy. And that's what creates dis-ease, creates disease in the body, because the energy can't flow. So we want to get to the root of health issues. We want to get to the root of your emotional issues before they become physical health issues. I mentioned that you should feel, and I already said this, but I want to repeat it because it's so important. You should feel more like your feet are on solid ground right now. You're just more centered. You're more clear. You're more grounded. You have an idea of what steps you need to take next. Now, today is a 5-day, just saying, June 1st. So if you're watching it today, the live stream, there is still like a little bit of that, I don't know what to do yet. Oh, I have to mention that this was what I kept seeing the entire month of May. A roulette ball, maybe because I'm near Vegas, roulette ball swirling and swirling and swirling around and around and not landing. It's like, when is it going to land so I know? Well, now it landed. June energies finally stopped the spinning top, the spinning wheel. It stopped and it's in its place and it's set. Because 4 is that foundation. Think of a concrete foundation, just plopped down on the ground, immovable. Okay, good. Now I can stand on that foundation and be steady. Whew, that feels so good. I hope you guys can feel that. I love 5 when it comes in because it's such a break from the 4 when we go from April to May. But then by the time we get to the end of May, I'm so ready for everything to settle the fuck down and just like calm it down, just center it down, just sit down on the couch and relax back into the lazy boy instead of being up and out and blah, 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 blah. So 5 is just has that spaz energy, which I have enough of because it's already in my chart, guys. I don't need more. Okay, so I wrote stabilizing. I can't even read my writing. Oh, and then I wrote it again because I wrote it too sloppy. Stabilizing and strengthening relationships. So 4 wants to stabilize and build. 4 is the builder. 6 is relationships. It's family. It's home. It's nurturing. It's community. So this is an excellent month to stabilize and strengthen your relationships. Now, you want them to be healthy relationships because we're focusing on healing. Between 4 and 6, that's health and healing. And 4 is also boundaries, because if you think of 4 walls, like a box, 4 walls, boundaries. So we want healthy boundaries. And that's a huge part of our healing. When we don't have healthy boundaries, we can create disease for ourselves because our energy is leaking out. We're giving too much. We're going against the grain of who we are by people pleasing. We're not being authentically true to ourselves. We're not aligned with who we really are. And all pain is resistance to the natural self. So it's very important that you're paying attention to your boundaries and yet you're nourishing and nurturing your healthy relationships to strengthen that foundation. So I wrote relationships, family, home, life, engagement, marriages, moving, because it's buying property and getting insurance. Those are the kinds of things that with 4, because it wants that stability, that foundation, that focus on health and that focus on safety and security. Healing work. Okay, so 4 is work. 4 is that getting things done. Again, it's a 13-4, so it's more of a more relaxed energy than what we had in April when we had 4. But 4 being work and 6 being healing. So healing work. That's why I'm so excited to have this whole month to dedicate to my sessions for you guys. I am staying put, grounded, and keeping my calendar as open as I can for all of you. So this is an excellent time to connect. Teaching work, which is again part of what I do. So teaching, learning, and artistic projects. Anything that's artistic, if you do work that, if you are an artist or you are somebody who does crafts, or if you're just redecorating your home. My friend Holly, I know, is doing some work on her home. Any projects, like I said, because it's that 6 energy of home plus artistic. So either healing the home life, creating beauty in the home with your artistic energy, or doing some sort of teaching and learning. It's just a good time because you're focused and you're staying put. Now in July, it's going to be back with 5 energy again, and probably wanting to take some vacation time. So this is the month, guys. This is the month to really settle in, focus, and do what you need to do. But the 6 energy also can be a little bit of a couch potato. It wants to be at home. It's like Cancer energy. In Cancer energy, we have June 21st. So we're going to feel more of that nurturing energy even then. Right now, we're in the Gemini energy, which is information. And so that's a little bit more of the 4, learning and teaching, sharing. Thinking of that Sag full moon because Sag is that higher learning. So anyway, I hope that helps. I hope you guys are feeling the settled, warm, cozy in your heart, but also the ability to focus and get things done that you need to do, and that you feel like you got off the roller coaster, that things feel more settled and less dramatic. I really hope that for you, because for me, I am so grateful to be past all of that. That eclipse and retrograde, ecliptograde was a doozy. It was a lot. I was really excited about 5 and 3, but the astrology was like, it was a lot. Hi, Gail. Okay, so let's do our cards so we get some guidance for June. Oh, and I wanted to let you guys know, if you don't feel that settled energy, it's good to know your personal year energy and your personal month energy. because that you may have just entered a 5 month of exactly what we just got out of on a personal level. You might now be in your personal 5 month. You might be in a month that doesn't feel grounded. So you can learn more about your personal energies with one of my personal year forecasts. They are on sale for $33 on theblissfulknowing.com under numerology readings. It's a written reading. It gives you all 12 months, and then it discusses the theme of your year, so you can read about all the different energies that are supporting you all year long. You can look back on the previous months and then look forward, so you can plan accordingly and make sure you're aligned with the energies that are supporting you, instead of trying to push and go against the grain of, let's say you're in an energy that wants to rest and you're trying to get everything done, or you're an energy that wants to be more of a hermit and you're trying to make all your social plans that month. It's going against what life is inviting you and encouraging you and supporting you to do. So it's really good to know your personal month and personal year energies. It's also really, really good to know your astrology basics, which I can totally help you with. It's important to know what your moon is so that you know what your emotional needs are, what's going to fulfill you. That is almost, to me, more enlightening than the sun, but I don't want to say that. But for me, learning my moon was incredibly helpful and enlightening, and to know what house your sun is in, know what house your moon is in. All kinds of things I could go into, but I won't. But those are things we can talk about in a session. I don't mention astrology on my website right now because it's only recently that my guides told me to start incorporating astrology into my sessions, and I will be doing that more and more and more. But I just was waiting for the green light, and so I'm doing astronumerology right now in my sessions, combining everything and looking at the big picture. It's very fun. It's very, very enlightening and insightful. So Linda says, my moon wants attention. Yes, you have to. If you don't give your moon what it needs, you're not going to feel that happy. You're not going to feel that good, because these are your needs, or your daily needs, your emotional needs. So anyway, let's go to the cards, guys. We're going to do 4 cards from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. Check it out. You are on the right track. I love that. By the way, I've been seeing, what you have, what you want, what you need, and what you get. We'll be doing 4 cards from that deck. Now I forgot what I was going to say. I've been seeing 1s and 4s again, and that always makes me so happy, because that's one of my favorite number combos for me, where I feel like it's like, okay, mission accomplished. You have learned what you need to learn, and now you can move forward you can up level. It's the up level for me, because 1 is new and 4 is foundation. So it's like you've reached a new level of growth. So I've been getting those in the last few days, maybe last week. And I'm like, yay, haven't seen you guys for a while. Thanks for that confirmation. I love that. So a few of my other favorite numbers to see, mostly, actually, there's probably only one other number to see. And my favorite is 1133, which to me means you are a healer, or you can heal this. Anyway, for me, these are my interpretations based on what I know of numerology. Now, everybody can assign whatever they want to as far as definitions onto numbers that they see. That's fine. I'm just telling you what I personally, how I interpret it. So we're going to do our blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. Check it out. Prosperity. This deck is so beautiful on the Deckable app, you guys. It is just stunning to see those beautiful flowers with the backlighting of the digital screen. Challenge to embrace from our Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature. I've been seeing a lot of hearts in nature lately, lots of heart clouds. There's freedom. I saw a heart on my lemon leaf. Posted that the other day. Okay, so we'll grab that card. And we will be ready to flip the cards, which is really my favorite part. I've got my pom-pom at the ready, guys, in case something exciting pops up in the cards. And let me fluff my antenna so that I can receive all the high frequency guidance from the cards. Got my little gray wisdom piece here. We've got Mars and Leo, by the way, guys, which I'm loving, and Venus is going into Leo, so I was thinking I'm going lion's mane here for y'all. Leo the lion, which is very fiery and gives us a lot of feisty energy, which I like. All right, so have, want, need, and get. What do we have from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards? Oh, let it go. Let it go. The first thing that comes to mind is Scorpio South Node. The South Node, I always say north for this for some reason. The South Node is what we're letting go of as a collective. The North Node is our collective destiny. And right now, today is a very special astrological transit where Jupiter is conjunct the North Node, Jupiter being the great benefic of expansion and good luck and abundance, North Node being our collective destiny in the sign of Taurus, the most earthy sign, also of material abundance too. To me, it's like, let's visualize what we want to create for our new Earth, because Taurus being Earth, Jupiter expanding the vision, and the North Node being our collective destiny. So let's all do that, but also getting ourselves on track as far as the destiny that will create the most fulfillment for us. So let's go back to South Node, why I brought it up for Let It Go. So Scorpio is about transformation and detox and fears. And so South Node being at 2 degrees, which means it goes backwards. So we're going to be going to 1 degree of Scorpio and then 29 degrees of Libra. It goes backwards. So we're just about done with the South Node in Scorpio, and South Node in Scorpio is asking us to release what isn't serving us, what's toxic, what's traumatic, releasing fears. So hopefully, I know it sucked if this happened to you, but it happened to me in the eclipse and the retrograde brought up the fears, that you have cleared that and you've pulled out the root, which again, we can do if you haven't with this 4 energy. It's uprooting. It's like weeding the garden. It's plucking out. Now, if you pluck the weed at the surface, it's going to grow right back. So we've got to uproot, dig. 4 likes to get its hands dirty in the garden. Literally, 4s are the ones that use their hands. They're like the handyman. They're the builders. So Scorpio South Node, we're finishing up. The nodes are changing July 18th to Aries and Libra. South Node is what we're letting go of. And Scorpio is those fears and those things that are toxic. If you think of the scorpion's tail, the poison in the scorpion, we're letting go of what's toxic. This whole year, we're in the 7-year, numerology-wise, of detox, of stillness, of keeping the faith, of spiritual study, of strengthening our spiritual basis, of being alone in quietude, meditating, seeking wisdom from within. It's introspective. It's contemplative. It's soul searching. It's asking yourself, where do I want to go in life and how can I get there? And by the end of the 7-year, at the end of this year, you usually have more clarity so that you can take the action based on your newfound clarity, because 8 next year is action and manifestation. So it's a lot of mental energy this year, thinking and contemplating to get the clarity, seeking the wisdom, getting still, raising that antenna, getting still, and receiving information so that you have very clear guidance and a very clear direction and a very clear focus, because that is essential for manifesting. You need to have a clear focus and a pure belief, and that pure belief comes from the faith and the spiritual basis of the 7-year. So it makes sense that 7 comes before 8. We have to think about it. We have to contemplate what we want. We have to be clear, and we have to have faith that it can happen. We have to believe that it can happen, and then poof, it manifests in physical reality, which is the 8-year. That was a long tangent, but that's what wanted to come through, guys, because I did not mention, and I try to mention it every time, that we're in the 7-year of having to keep the faith. And I know a lot of my clients have had spiritual experiences recently that are like, whoa, or they've had situations that are causing them to have incredible spiritual growth, whether that's someone passing in their life, whether that's financial issues. So a lot of keeping the faith, a lot of having to go within, connect with nature. Huge, guys. Huge this year, especially because nature has that high frequency, and nature gives you that quiet tranquility where you can hear your inner voice. So this is a big tangent. I can feel it, but let it go is what we have. So hopefully you guys feel like you did a lot of letting go during the eclipse retrograde, when all that stuff got uprooted for you to look at and to process and work through it. The 5 energy also brings freedom, 5 energy of May. So maybe you broke free and expanded and cleared that. So let it go is what we have. And I'm going to try and read with my new contacts. And I have to hold the card like ridiculously far away to read now. I don't think I like these contacts. As we evolve, we outgrow what no longer serves us. Just as a tree sheds its leaves in autumn, we must learn to release what is no longer needed. By doing this, we create room in our lives for newness, whether it is a thought, a belief, an object, a relationship, or a lifestyle. The time has come to recognize whatever it is that's holding you back so that you can truly move forward. I'm thinking, I let go of bread. I let go of bread for a bit because that was not helping me. And I feel a lot better. And I want to just go back to the nodes again. So the nodes being our collective destiny, when they go into Aries, the North Node will go into Aries July, I think it's July 18th. That's a fresh start, guys. That is a new beginning because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So really is an exciting time of freshness. So we want to clear out anything heavy now and do our healing so that we can be prepared for that new beginning when the North Node moves into Aries in July. Collective destiny, fresh start for all of us. Doesn't that sound great? Okay, what do we want? Ooh! I like it. I like it because I just mentioned this card. What do we want? Mission accomplished. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I talked about the 1s and the 4s. Need to do a fluff. The 1s and the 4s that tell me it's time to level up. You've learned what you need to learn from all the stuff that you processed with the eclipse and the retrograde. Now it's time to take things to the next level. Congratulations are in order. You have come so far and learned so much. Take some time to reflect back on all you have become. Now that you have made such beautiful progress, it is time to take things to the next level. Although a cycle is now complete, a new chapter awaits you with open arms. Give yourself the credit you deserve for all of your growth and carry this newly found confidence with you always. And that's that knowing that we were talking about earlier. That deep faith and knowing that we are building. When you take the 7 energy of spiritual study and faith and that 4 energy that we have now in June, got 7 all year, 4 energy of June that says I have a strong foundation of knowledge. That strong foundation of spiritual knowledge, that strong spiritual basis is what we all need to get to the next level. That is how we accomplish the mission, by building that strong spiritual basis. So knowing yourself, this is why numerology was the most life-changing thing that I ever learned, is knowing who I am, strengthening my sense of self, knowing who I am and where I'm going as far as the numerology with the path, the timing, the season that I'm in. And it goes with astrology too. You can learn a lot of complex depth from your astrology, but it is a lot to learn. So it's good to have someone who can help you with that. But knowing yourself and having a strong sense of self and a strong spiritual foundation of spiritual principles and inner guidance and following the guidance and seeing synchronicities and the way that the guidance plays out in your life and that you can depend on it, because 4 is dependable. 4 is lean on me. I'm this solid foundation, this fixed earth that won't be moved, this mountain that you can lean on. So having that strong spiritual foundation that you can lean on can help you get through this year where you need to keep the faith. You will have the faith. You know, Sagittarius full moon, that arrow, Sagittarius shooting the arrow, you know where you want to go. And you have faith that you're going to get there. You may not know how you're going to get there, but you know you will get there. That is what we want to focus on, is that deep knowing. That's what the blissful knowing is about. You know what you need to know. You know the spiritual truths of life, and you can be blissful because you know everything is going to work out. You know how life works. You know that you can get where you need to go. I'm rambling, but this is a lot of information that wants to come out. So I got to let it out. This little light of mine, I gotta let it shine. Okay, so we want to take things to the next level. And with retrograde, things can go backwards, things can go slow, things can go sluggish. With the 7-year, things can be at a standstill. Things may not be moving on a physical level. They're moving on a mental level. They're in vibrational reality, but they're not yet physically manifest. That's the 8 energy, where we start to see our goals and our desires poof into physical reality. So lots of having faith, guys. All right, what do we need? Oh, yes. I feel like I need a pom-pom for this because it's just so perfectly appropriate. We need to clear the air. And this goes back to what I was saying about this month being so perfect for the emotional closet cleaning and the energy clearing, because the 4 wants to clean things up. It wants to get things in order. It wants to uproot anything that's dirty or heavy or wrong. The 7 wants to detox and clear the energy field. So this is all for the 6 of healing. I'm bringing in the 7-year with the 4 and 6 here. Detoxing, clearing out your energetic stuff, your emotional stuff, so that you can have a clear new level of health, both spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, physically, by doing the uprooting, the clearing out whatever it is that you need to let go of. Let go. So the beliefs, the emotions, the trauma, whatever it is that needs to go, clear it out. You know how much better you feel when like the room is clean? Well, there's a lot going on internally in your energy field and in your psyche that needs to be cleared too. Lisa says, I love the clear the air card. I've been purging and removing old from my space and health. Yes, and that's the Scorpio North, see, I did it again. Scorpio South node also, that purging and releasing, and that 7 detoxing and clearing. So you're right on track, girlfriend. I love it. Clear the air is what we need. Whenever I get this card, it means I need to do an emotional closet cleaning on myself, by the way, guys, which I've been doing quite a few lately. I can sometimes do it every day until I'm really, really clear. A clean and clear energy field allows for better reception. Think about that antenna. The 7 wants to receive the spiritual information, but you're going to get static if you got stuff going on. Intuitions, inspirations, and ideas flow best when their pathways to you are uncluttered. Sometimes the clutter is physical, while other times it's energetic. Consider what steps you can take to remove the blockages in your environment and your aura, such as straightening up your personal space, opening windows, burning sage or incense, or taking a shower to remove any auric dust. Taking steps to increase the energy flow around you enhances your ability to attract fresh insights and experiences. And I can't believe I didn't even mention that this is the ultimate month for cleaning your house. Cleaning your garage, cleaning your house. I want to say that when my fridge sadly transitioned, I was clearing out the freezer and I couldn't believe how much stuff I had that I didn't know was in there. It was one of those drawer freezers in the bottom. And it made me realize, because 4 is also practicality and budgets, that I need to change, and routines, my routine on how I grocery shop. And last time I went to the store, I said I'm only buying just what I need. I'm not going to buy anything else. It was very different for me because food lover. And I'm like, ooh, look at that yum. Ooh, that looks yummy. Ooh, nope, I'm just buying what I need. And when I cleaned out the fridge and the freezer, it made me appreciate having that clean new fridge that you can open up and you can see where everything is and you can see what you have. And I'm like, that's it. I've got to go gutting the rest of my house now. So 4 wants to clean and organize, and 6 is the home. But again, it's also healing. So you've got to do some internal cleaning as well as the environmental cleaning. Lisa says, I love to shop and feel prepared. I always have a need to have a backup to my backup. I know, Lisa, and I'm the same. It's a Taurus thing because it's like resources and we like to have things. So I was the same way, but because I eat a lot of fresh food and salads and stuff, I'm just like, I meal prep on Sundays. I make a giant quinoa salad with lots of protein and veggies, and it's like, oh, okay, I have that for the week. That's all I need. So that's where I'm at, but I'm also kind of trying to not eat sugar and wheat and all that stuff, and it's working. So hey, go for energy with the health and the health routine. 4 is not nearly as like voraciously indulgent as the 5 of May, which is like, I want to eat all the things and live in the now, and I don't care about the consequences. I'm just gonna. No, 4 is like, I'm practical, and 6 is like, I'm responsible, and 4 and 6 are like, I want to be healthy, and so, okay, I'm going to eat healthy things, and I'm going to meal prep because that's practical, then I'll have food for the week, and it's more efficient. So when I'm busy with all my other 4 tasks, I have something in the fridge, and I'm not eating some junk thing because I'm starving. Okay, anyway, that's a little side note about the eating. If you're not in my Life is Yum group, it's called Life is Yum, Healthy Bodies, Happy Souls. You can check that out. Lots of healthy recipes. And another side note, Hellos from Heaven isn't a group I have. If you're not in there, I've had 3 hellos from heaven in the last week pop up. And I think, well, we made the match for 2 of them. One of them is a little bit still confusing. There was a Melissa with dark curly hair, sister 40s. There was a post, some people made 2 posts about it, and some people did feel strong resonance. So I felt like there was maybe more than one Melissa coming through on that one. But the other 2 we did match up. So those are the hellos from heaven, the non-physical energies that come through to say hi. A lot of times when I'm going into a session and I'm in my meditation, or whether I'm meditating in the morning, they'll pop in just to say hi. They're like, she's open, quick, get in. I feel like they're just like waiting in line in heaven, even though there's no time and space there, so there's no line. But they're like, she's open, quick, get in so we can say hi to our loved ones. So that's my Hellos from Heaven group, if you're not in there. The group picture is a heart cloud, so check that out. I'll post both of those in the comments. So what do we get? Ooh, this is so perfect for what I just said. You know it always works that way. Trust your intuition. Yes, yes. I need my chime. My chime's out on my lemon tree. We'll wave our magic wand. It's not the same. We need a little dingling. Trust your intuition. 7 year, all year. Spiritual basis, strengthening your spiritual basis, tuning in, raising your antennas, seeking wisdom from the non-physical realms. That's your intuition. Trusting, that's the 4 energy, because 4 says, I can count on you. It's dependable. I know it. I've studied it and I know it. I know it. I have that knowledge base, that foundation of spiritual knowledge, knowing, spiritual knowing. 7 spiritual, 4 knowing. Trust your intuition. Hi, Rebecca. Okay, I'm going to try and read this. Each of us is born with an internal guidance system that gently leads us in the direction of our desires. Learn to recognize and trust your inner voice. The more you consult and trust your intuition, the smoother your life will flow. That's what I'm here to teach you guys. Ask yourself if you have been ignoring or disregarding your gut feelings and instincts. It's time to pay closer attention to the subtle messages your higher self is offering you. They're subtle. You need to get quiet. The 7 says you need to get quiet and still. Be still and know that I am God. That's really what it is here. Be still and listen to your higher self, to your spirit team, to your angels, whatever you want to label it as. You need to be still. Meditation is incredible. I've been doing it every single day since September 18th. Incredible for that. There was something I was going to tie in here. Oh, if you're not able to, if you feel like you can't tap in to your intuition, it's because you need to clear the air. You got stuff in your aura. Let me help you clear that. We can talk about it. We can do an energy clearing. We can do an emotional closet cleaning. Clear that. Maybe you need to clean up your space. Or again, maybe you need to get quiet, but you all have an internal guidance system. You all have the antenna You just need to learn to raise it by raising your frequency, by getting quiet and still, and you need to remove anything that's clogging your reception and giving you a static so that you can't hear your inner guidance. This deck in particular, which you can get on my website or on the Deckable app. Deckable, like Audible, but Deckable. You can download it instantly right now. This deck is a great way to hear from your intuition, to get the inner guidance. It's flat out telling you what you need to know. It's very direct and straightforward. The other two decks are the one-word decks, and they do give you, especially on the app, they give you the descriptions of what the card can mean, but they are there to strengthen your intuition, which is just as important as getting the information, if not more important. So they'll give you the one word, which we're going to do now, and you will be able to fill in the blanks with your intuition. They're like starting the conversation, and you've got to figure out what that means for you. That's how you strengthen your intuition. And you can journal your ideas on the app, which is so awesome. Okay, so blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms, flowering intuition cards. Ooh, allowing, yes, yes, yes. This beautiful African daisy has such relaxed petals. Look at that. It's just like, it makes me think of that six in the Lazy Boy. I was telling you about six energy can be kind of like couch potato in the Lazy Boy, relaxed. Allowing things to unfold. And with the seven energy, we're almost forced to allow things to unfold because it's, like I said, it's not a lot of physical manifesting things happening. 8 is like, make it happen. 7 is like, be still, be receptive. Allow the information to come through. Allow things to reveal themselves. Allow the next step to appear. 7 is receptive. Feminine energy versus the 8 masculine, which is push, push, and make it happen, make it happen. What we want to do, I've mentioned this many times, is combine the feminine and the masculine. So the feminine receives the information from the antenna, receives the guidance, the intuition. It's in a state of allowing. It's see how it's allowing the sun to just shine on it. So it's receiving the sunlight, it's receiving the guidance. That's the feminine energy. Then the masculine energy takes that guidance, takes that inspiration, and then takes action from that place of inspiration, inspired action. So that's how we want to live. We want to be receivers of the guidance and the inspiration, and then we want to take action from that place of inspiration so that the action gets us where we need to go and we're not just paddling upstream. So, blessing to remember, this is a time to learn about the art of allowing, and that if you just allow things to reveal themselves, and of course I can help you, we can talk and we can do a session and I can give you the clarity that a lot of people can't get the clarity for themselves. So come on over. That's what I'm here for. I can tell you where you are on your path with your numbers. I can tell you what you need with your astrology and your numbers. I can tell you what your guides have to say, what they're recommending. So allow the information to come through. That is our blessing to remember, that by allowing instead of pushing, everything can unfold in a beautiful way. We will receive the guidance that we need, and then we can take that action. A good example is I will meditate and get certain people's names that are clients in my head. Like, I won't say any names right now, but I have one that they just kept repeating her name. Every time I go into meditation, her name would pop up. And so I was like, I think I'm being guided to reach out to this person. And sure enough, I absolutely was. When I reached out, they were like, of course, I was just thinking of you and we have to talk. So that actually happened probably 5 times in the last week, which is pretty amazing. But that's the kind of inspired action. Okay, so I received the guidance first and then I took the action. So our challenge to embrace from the heart cards, the Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature cards, is, worthiness. Worthiness. Yes, I love this. I love this. We had some focus on worthiness with so much energy in Taurus last month, because Taurus is about values and worth, self-worth. and gifts and talents and things. Using your gifts and talents to be of value and what things are worth to you. It's values, Taurus, really. So worthiness, if you had issues around worthiness coming up during the retrograde in Taurus, this is your challenge to embrace, is to know that you are inherently worthy just because you exist. You deserve good things. And with this 7 energy, which is asking us to keep the faith, we may not see things manifesting at a speed that we want to, especially with the retrograde. It really slowed things down, and 7 year is like nothing is fucking happening. It is like this placid lake of stillness. It's time to rejuvenate with the 7 year. It's like, I'm here to fill up my tank because I'm going to need a full tank for the 8 year because it's so active. So you may be saying, oh, nothing's happening in my life and I'm just waiting in the stillness and my faith is being tested. And just know, you need to get back to knowing. I've mentioned this how many times now. Know that you are worthy and deserving of good things, and know this is, again, something you need to learn if you don't get to the place of knowing about how law of attraction works and how life works, that life is keeping track of your preferences and that the contrast is inspiring the improved experience. The contrast is necessary. When you know what you don't want, you're more clear about what you do want. And your higher self is automatically keeping track of your preferences, of what you want. You don't need to say it out loud. So if things feel stuck and stagnant, that means you are automatically putting in, your higher self's already got it all in their notes, that you want more things to happen, that you want more manifestations, more physical evidence of support or of expansion. So just know that that is coming, but the part that we have to learn is the allowing. This is the having the faith and trusting the timing, trusting the unfolding. And I want you to think about what you've been wanting, and that is building. And if you think about a water balloon connected to a faucet with a water drop dripping into that water balloon, building your manifestation drop by drop by drop. Sometimes it might gush a little bit and fill up faster, depending on how open and allowing you are and the divine timing of everything. But that water balloon, when it finally fills up with water and the pressure builds, when the vibrational manifestation is complete, poof, that's why I call it poof, because it's like out of the blue, it poofs into your reality, that water balloon bursts. So that means that manifestation is bursting out of the blue, it seems, into your physical reality. It seems out of the blue because you can't see the water balloon swelling, but it is swelling with momentum, you guys. It is always building. It is always swelling. But when you are in a state of allowing and a state of trusting your intuition, you will be open to receive when that balloon is ready to burst. A shower of abundance. So you can't see it. That's what faith is. Faith is trusting in the unseen. This is the year of faith. The year of not seeing anything in the physical realm happening. But in that non-physical, unseen world, we've got some massive swellings going on. So just trust that all of your preferences are being kept track of. All of them. And when you get into a state of receptive trusting, allowing and trusting, you are in the perfect state to receive. It's like cranking the water into the water balloon and manifesting faster. You've got to trust the timing. Lisa says, trust the journey. 7 says, have faith. 4 energy of June says, let's know this when it's beyond belief. Because faith is, I don't need to see it to believe it. I believe it, and then I will see it. And what goes beyond belief? Knowing. That's why my website is called theblissfulknowing.com. So, knowing and enjoying the journey, enjoying the process. It's coming. It'll come. It'll come when it needs to come. I'll always have what I need. I'll always know what I need to know. Always have what I need to be able to do what I need to do. Whatever's coming, whatever's here now is what I need. Everything that's come to me serves me. It's happening for me, not to me. It's is happening to fulfill me. And sometimes that contrast comes because it helps you get the clarity you need. So for me, not having a fridge, that gave me a lot of clarity on how much I wanted a fridge. And when I was ready to get that fridge, it was like, poof, it took about 5 minutes. It was like, fridge. And so it also made me appreciate how much I love having fresh food. I was living out of a mini fridge, which I was super grateful to have. But that fresh food, it made me appreciate the fresh food more. When I had refrigerated food, it made me want to eat more fresh, healthy food and feel more vibrant and healthy. It all served me. It all served me. So, and some other really cool poofs happened too that made me feel extra abundant with that, which was really cool. Like I was a teeny little scratch on the fridge and they ended up giving me quite a big discount for such a tiny scratch. So that made me feel more abundant and more supported. So there was a lot of lessons around the fridge situation. So everything is truly happening for us and we just need to see the lesson in it. And I can help you do that. I can help you see the bigger picture of it. Full moon in Sag. Sag is that bigger picture because it's ruled by Jupiter, the biggest planet of all, 100 times the size of Earth. All right, I'm going to take these cards down. If you guys missed the winner of my giveaway, Erica Maria was the winner of my giveaway. Erica, let's get in touch and schedule the session. If you'd like to schedule a session with me, theblissfulknowing.com. Check out my Life is Yum group. Check out my Hellos from Heaven group. If you would like to connect with one of your non-physical loved ones, we can do that in a session as well. I'm here for you guys, the four stable tree, the foundation of spiritual wisdom, here for you to rest on. I'm here to heal and nurture and serve with the 6 energy. I love to be of service and I love to help you get back into your heart and to feel optimistic, to feel healthy and whole and healed and tuned in and connected to your intuition so you can receive that clear guidance. I really just love teaching you guys to be able to receive that guidance for yourselves. All the tools and techniques that I offer are here to help you spread your spiritual wings so you can fly free and develop this beautiful spiritual muscle and live in a state of blissful knowing. Yay! I love seeing you guys. Please do say hi if you're watching the replay. I'm here, like I said, for June, locked in, stabilized, ready to book you guys for this month before I start flying away in that 5 energy of July again. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Love to you all.